Hi everyone, and welcome to Test Found YouTube channel. And today we're gonna discuss about Breusch-Pagan Test using our software. In the previous tutorial, we tried to discuss about the Godfield quant test, which helps us to compute or which helps us to check heteroscedasticity that's present in our regression model. So today we'll continue how to check heteroscedasticity that's present in our regression model using the Breusch-Pagan test. So in the previous tutorial, I also tried to discuss briefly about the concept of heteroscedasticity, but let's define highlightly what that means, heteroscedasticity. So heteroscedasticity is the situation in which the variance of the residual of a regression model is not the same across all value of what the predicted variable. So in other sense, the variability of residual or the error term is increase or decrease over the range of what prediction. So there are a number of statistical tests that help us to check heteroscedasticity. And the previous tutorial we tried to discuss about the Godfield quant. Today we will continue checking heteroscedasticity using the Breusch-Pagan test. So as usual, we have to set our null hypothesis and alternative hypothesis. So in our case, residuals are what? Uniformly, or residuals are distributed with what? With the same or with equal variance. And alternative hypothesis will be what? Residuals are distributed what? With unequal variance. So if we get the p-value is greater than 0.05, that means it's non-significant. So non-significant in statistical tests, especially checking of the equality or unequal variance, so we may fail to reject our null hypothesis, or we have no sufficient evidence to reject the null hypothesis. So we will accept our null hypothesis. But if the p-value is less than 0.05, so we will reject null hypothesis, and there is heteroscedasticity present in our data. So let's import our data, which is found in the desktop in the form of Excel. Yeah, let's import it. Yeah, this one is our data name. Yeah. So let's set the regression model. So you can assign any name that you prefer. I used my name or WAC, which equals to, you can use is equals to sign or less than hyphen function, less than hyphen symbol. Then the class is linear model. Then here is GY stands for the dependent variable, and the remaining HI+NKPS+BMY are what? They are the predictors, and our data name is this one. So type this and submit to our studio. And if you want to see whether it's significant or not, so you have to type summary function, then submit the model name. So our model name in this case is WAC. Then you can get detailed information regarding the regression output. So there are three methods of checking the Breusch-Pagan test using our software. The first one is using the bptest function from the lmtest package, and the second one is using the ncvTest function from the car package, and the last one is using the Breusch_Pagan function from the skedastic package, and we will see in detail. So coming to the first method is using the bptest function. So you have to load this lmtest package. So type this and submit to our studio. Then immediately you have to use lmtest function. Then again you have to indicate these two symbols or colons. Then the bptest function. Then immediately you have to specify, or insert the model that you created before. What means we created here is WAC means it's linear model of grain yield as explained by three predictors. So you have to submit this into this way. So type this and submit to our studio. Then you will get the p-value. As you can see here, the p-value is 0.3744, which means the p-value is greater than 0.05. So it is non-significant. So we may fail to reject our null hypothesis. That means the residuals are distributed with equal variance. That means there is homoskedasticity, or there is no heteroscedasticity present in our WAC model. Then the second method of checking heteroscedasticity using the Breusch-Pagan test is using the car package, using the function of ncvTest function. So in similar fashion that we did in this one, you have to use ncvTest function, then immediately write the model name. So our model name is what created here. So type this and submit to our studio. And again, also this the non-constant variance score test also shows the p-value is 0.1, which is greater than 0.05. Again, we are agree with the bptest function from the lmtest package. So again, we may fail to reject the null hypothesis, and there is homoskedasticity, and there is no problem of heteroscedasticity in our regression model or in our WAC model. And lastly, let's use the skedastic package, especially using the Breusch-Pagan function. So you have to write first. You have to incorporate this the skedastic package, and you have to do all for all package. Don't forget, if you haven't this one, you have to install using different methods. So immediately you have to use the Breusch_Pagan. Then under parentheses you have to again specify the model that you created. So our model name is WAC. So type this and submit to our studio. So again, the p-value is 0.374. Again, it is agree or it's complementary with the first two bptest as well as ncvTest. So if you have any question regarding to my tutorial, you can provide me through my email address as well as YouTube comment box. Thank you for watching. Have a nice time.